Now they can hear you. Does that sound good?
Sounds fine.
How you guys doing out there? All right, let's give it one more minute. We're going to let a few more people get past the ads to jump in. And then we'll kick this thing off. Oh, look, they even have our names up here today. That's very nice. Yeah, no look on the chat channel yet. All right. Let's give it one more minute. And you ready to go?
Whenever you are.
All right. Okay. Hello, everybody out there. This is Todd Carson and Rod Haza, and we're here to talk about Dragon's Prophet, the game. This is our second webcast, Twitch TV cast. And today we're going to talk about character creation. We're going to run you through one of the early level zones. So let me go ahead and switch. Show you some gameplay here. Okay. Last week we talked about some of the basics, the different dragons. We introduced you to the different classes. What we're going to do now is we're going to create an oracle for today's broadcast. Sure, female, that looks good. Customizing your character. First, you have your name slot. You can randomize a name, type in whatever you want. Names across all of the servers are going to be unique because we have coming later in Dragon's Prophet, we're going to have an area that's shared across all servers. So when you create a name for your character, no one else can have that name on any of the servers. Laura, that's very creative. You're good at this. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to show you some different customizations. Really, you can make your character look however you want. Rod's going through this, which is, it says skin tone, but really it's different facial structure. Keep in mind, we're in beta, and we're translating a lot of the game from Chinese. The game is being developed in Taiwan, so skin tone probably isn't the accurate description here. It's more like face style. Hairstyle, that one's labeled appropriate. You can also change the color of your hair anytime. Rod, you want to?
We want actual hair to change the color?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
Let's change the color.
Now what happens if you go down there to that little rainbow square? Show everybody what that is. Have you ever used that before?
Yeah, we don't have it working right now.
Okay, well, then don't worry about it. I haven't. I think we got plenty of colors right there. All right, so you can change your hairstyle, you can change your hair color, you can change the skin color. Now it's going to randomly change things.
Skin. It's weird. Complexion.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, not a good complexion.
How about green? Let's try green skin. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Maybe not green. Purple and green.
There we go. Okay, maybe not.
The idea of what we're trying to let you guys know is you can really customize your character however you want. All right, so now we've done face, hair, skin. We got the bone structure on the cheeks, the nose, the eyes. You can customize it all. So we'll just run through these selections here real quick. And we're doing this because, we know there's a lot of you out there dying to get into beta, thousands and thousands of players, tens of thousands. We're working on it. We sent out a lot more invitations today for our VIP members, and we're going to continue next week. And in the very near future, we're going to start letting in regular applicants as well. But if you're looking to get in quickly, our VIP access is on for sale on the website. But anyway, we're showing you what you're going to be able to do very soon. All right, there you go. You got different eye stuff. Feel free to chime in here. Tell everybody what you're doing.
Oh, I was just kind of playing.
Okay.
I was adjusting the hair so you can actually see the eyebrows and stuff move.
Yeah, I don't see them moving. Oh, there you go. Yeah, no, that looks like a good idea. We could do some animations in the game right there, just changing the settings. Okay, very cool. A lot of customizations.
I'm just going to sit here and play for a while. You're okay talking? No. Okay.
Yeah. I just don't know how everybody else feels about it. We've got a few hundred people here. All right. So there you go. You make a character how you want. I still like, the green skin or the blue skin. Something to really make you distinguish from everybody else.
Okay, fine. We'll go back to pink hair.
Go blue. No, that's too much pink. Yeah. Dark blue. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. All right, let's jump in game.
Okay.
Okay. So, no dragon on this character yet, but your first option when you enter the game after you create your character is the ability to play the tutorial. We're going to skip the tutorial today. I highly recommend when you're playing for the first time you go through. It's going to show you some basic key movements. It's going to show how you attack. It's going to show how you summon your dragon and how you mount a dragon. So 2 different things you can do when you actually tame a dragon. And you can ride them as a mount, and you can summon them as a companion to help you in battle. And we can go through some of those once we jump in game real quick. All right. Sorry, Rod, your camera time is over here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very sad. Huh? We might jump in a little bit later. But while we're doing some cutscenes here, so the first thing that happens once you get past the tutorial is you go to an instance of the starting area. And that's because there's an introductory quest there. Again, gets you into some of the basic storyline. We don't have VO in the game right now, which is why I'm talking over this cutscene. But it's basically introducing you to the world. In the tutorial, you're actually a higher level character, level 45, I believe. Then after the tutorial's done, you're back to being a level 1 character. You're in an instanced version of the starting area. And what we have to do now is we have to go out and we have to help battle the raiding marauders. You know, coming in and messing with the town here. Now, Rod is playing an oracle, and an oracle is, you might think of an oracle as a cleric or paladin type class where there's a lot of melee damage going on, up close, hand-to-hand combat, but there's also abilities and spells that can be used later on. The difference with an oracle is compared to some of those classes, an oracle can only wear cloth armor. So while they can deal a lot of damage, they can't take a lot of damage. Pull out your camera a little so we're getting third person, if you don't mind. There you go.
It was getting hit by the boat.
Oh, the boat was hitting you, huh? Very nice, very nice. All right, for those of you who weren't with us last week, I'll go over some of the basics of combat again as we tackle these raiding marauders. If you look at the bottom of the screen, so if you look this way, if you look over there at the bottom of your navigation bar, on the right-hand side, there's 2 icons. Those icons are the left and right mouse buttons. Those are going to change as you use them. They're basically ways for you to create combos. So take a look at when Rod gets in the next combat here, how the icon changes, the name on them change. He's clicking the left mouse button twice, new combo comes up. Left mouse button 3 times, different icon comes up for the right mouse button. So really, you know, you're making a decision based on how many NPCs are near you, how much damage you want to do, how much time you want to take before you finish that combo. Basic stuff, but it really, again, it's allowing you a little bit of control when you're playing the game. Nicely done. All right, another little cutscene. So we've killed our first group of marauders. Now we've got some giants invading. Actually, these are the alchemist guys.
Alchemist.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and now we're going to jump outside the city. We're going to go ahead and fight some other... There you go, there's some alchemists we're going to take on. Rod, looks like you've already leveled up to 2. We're going to, as soon as we start leveling up, there's some other icons on the lower navigation bar down there that are blocked in red. Is that a little loud? And the ones that are highlighted in red, it means you can't use them yet, but they're going to be unlocked very soon. There's different ways to get abilities like that. Some of them just from leveling up your character. Others you're going to be able to go into a skill tree when you earn points to pick particular skills. And then, of course, when you get dragons, there's going to be even more skills available to you. All right, nice job. Second phase of this intro quest done. Here's the last one. The boss mob, the Venom Hydra. Hey, where's the VO on that?
We'll see if I die this time. Last time I failed miserably.
Yeah, can you also hit escape real quick and close that? All right, nice job. See if you can pull out your camera a little too. I know it's hard. It's hard to get a good view of this guy because he's so big.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'll have to take a look at him.
Yeah.
That would be a Hydra.
Yeah, you know, the tough part is you can't just sit back and look at them. You have to get close enough to get in combat range on your Oracle, because you're not with the Ranger or Sorcerer. This one's actually a little bit easier to fight. So definitely there's advantages for the different classes. And what we're going to do moving forward, for those of you that were here last week and plan on being here next week, we're going to highlight a different class each week so that we're getting a lot of variety. We were on the Guardian, which is the other hand-to-hand combat character that can wear heavy armor, and we were on the Sorcerer a lot last week. So that's why we decided to go with the Oracle this week. We'll probably do the Ranger next week. So again, you know, there's the point we're making here is, you know, right now our character Laura has to be up close to get damage done. Obviously, if you're playing the Sorcerer or the Ranger, you don't need to be up close. The advantage to being up close is you can actually take on multiple NPCs a little bit easier than you can as a ranged character, but you're going to take more damage. So you really need to play them all. See what's your forte. Come on, dude! I thought you were good at this game.
I'm working on it.
I'm gonna put you back on camera so people can see how intense you're focusing. Very good.
Sweat dripping off me. Oh man.
Our last little cutscene here. Something was valuable in the town. They sent a Venom Hydra. Okay, Osira. You see that word there, everybody? Osira. That is the race of the humans that you're going to be playing in Dragon's Prophet. That is the race of humanoids that is able to communicate with dragons. Part of the background story. We have that on our website, Dragon's Prophet the game. There's a good deal of content up there now. We're talking about the history of Eurasia, some of the reasons where the Osira came from, how they can communicate with dragons, and you know, then the evil version. All right, so now we're back in the starting city here, and this is now the public version of the starting city. So you're now in a place where other players can be. In fact, look, we see another player there because we are on the beta server right now. And again, with all the invites that we sent out today, I expect the servers are going to be pretty populated tonight and over the weekend, which is good. It's really what we're doing. We've done our tech test, and now we're really looking to start loading up the server. We're getting new builds on a constant basis, so there's going to be some downtime. There's certainly still some bugs in the game, but it's looking a lot better. So now what Rod's doing here is he's talking to the NPCs with exclamation points over their heads. Those guys have a quest for you.
Getting better stuff.
And getting better stuff for the quest that you've done. One thing to pay attention, can you open that real quick, or did you already select?
The quest?
Your reward.
I already selected the reward on that one.
Okay. Well, next time we get to a spot where we can select a reward, I'd like you to slow down a little, because it's important. Here we go. When you complete this quest, you're going to choose one of these rewards. They're not necessarily labeled for which character class can pick them. So you can pick any one of them. Now you're an Oracle, you're going to want to pick the one all the way on the right if you want to use it yourself. If you're doing quests and you want to get an item and you want to give it to one of your other characters or give it to your friend or whatever else, you know, take a look. But pay attention to when items are highlighted with red text. It means you can't use them. Now that could be because, go ahead and go jump on out there and start battling. It could be because you're not the right level yet. It could be because you're not the right class. Oracles can't wear heavy armor or light armor. Some you'll have to learn in the game, but that's what I'm telling you now. I'll go ahead and take us off the screen so you can watch combat here. You could scroll out a little too again. That'll help. There you go. Anyway, so back to the items. You know, you want to make sure you're picking the item that is how you want to use it the best. Probably at the beginning of the game, you're going to want to pick the gear and the rewards that suit your class the best. So if you're playing a Guardian, you want to pick the heavy armor. You're playing a Ranger, you want the light armor. If you're playing a Sorcerer or an Oracle, you want the cloth. All right, looks like we have some help here from another player and from some NPCs in the area, and there's some loot there. The game is very action-oriented. There's no auto attack. You can't sit back and just let the game play itself. You'll notice the NPCs are highlighting based on where the camera is pointing. So the camera is behind our character now. As we move the camera around, we see creatures either highlighted in red, like this giant is right here, or if there's other giants that come into our field of vision and we're not attacking them, like go ahead and click that guy. He's yellow, meaning we're not engaged. And there's actually another beast back there, which is actually a dragon, but we're going to get to dragons in a little bit. Right now we're trying to finish this quest of drunken assailants and getting intoxicated giants. One of the other things you'll notice at the very top of at the very top of the bar. Why is this so hard for me to figure out? Way up there in the corner. There is a thing that says Advancing Giants. Right now it has a system name 170-10015. The strings, that's not translated yet. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Rod. That's actually a public quest. When we run in and out of the city, you'll see it highlight. If you want to do that real quick. I know you got to kill another giant. A public quest means in this area, people can work together and try to achieve a certain goal. And you will get a reward based on the time you've spent helping with that quest. So right now there's a 1 in there, and there's a little circle filled out, and it's partly completed, I think.
Yeah, it needs a few more kills to advance.
Yeah, but I didn't see the message pop up on the screen. You might not have gone far enough.
Yeah,
in
I
the
think
city.
it's farther
It's
in
okay.
the city.
All right, don't worry about it. That's one of my favorites. You see these giants. Some of the giants that have weapons will come up and do an area effect damage on you. These guys will often pick up stones and throw them, which isn't such a big deal for the Oracle or the Guardian class. But when you're playing one of the range class, it can be a bigger deal. The great thing is, right now Rod could have avoided that hit. He could jump out of the way. He could back up. He could move to the side. So there's no little magic, heat sensing detector when a giant throws a rock. It throws a rock and it's going to land in a spot. And if you're in that spot, you get hit. If you're not in that spot, you won't get hit. Let's go ahead and engage one more giant just to see if we can get him to throw a rock and demonstrate what I'm talking about here. See if you can engage him and then jump back a little bit. All right, now jump back. See if he picks up a rock. That's good right there. All right, here we go. So now he's going to pick up this rock. Now get out of the way. As soon as he starts to throw it, see, we missed. Now if you engage him and back up again, go ahead and let him throw another rock right there. That's good. He'll pick up another rock if he's smart. Giants aren't very smart. Now stay right there. Knocked you down. Again, if you're playing a range class, this is important. Now you're going to want to get out of range so you don't get squished. We're playing a little more upfront hand-to-hand combat class, so typically the giant's going to do his smash down. What we're just trying to show you here, very simple. The way you play, the way the NPCs react, they all link together. All right, nice job. You finished a few quests. Again, this is the starting area, so there's going to be quite a few quests in here. They're going to show you around the area. You can see some damage on the walls there. That goes with the storyline of how the city's being invaded. All right, so you picked that one on the right there, but it looks like you can't equip it yet, huh? You need to be level 6.
Yeah.
So I'd say you're a little bit behind the curve then, huh? You're getting gear for stuff you're not really ready for. What's up with that?
Well, we're not doing all the quests, so.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to get. If we kill a few more of these, we can get the event to advance.
Well, the nice thing is now that we're getting more and more people in beta, that's actually advancing a lot faster than it was a couple weeks ago, when it was just the friends and family folks. So if you also take a look on the mini-map in the bottom right corner of the screen, Rod's about to run away from it, but you can see the little arrow guy in the middle is Rod's character, is Laura, and the red dots help you find quest goals. So what we need to do is we need to get some of these Zaro tar bush cranes.
It's like we need tail feathers.
Because we need tail feathers, that's right. All right, here's a great example of how a hand-to-hand combat class can do a lot of damage when there's multiple NPCs. Was it just yesterday that we were playing on the same server and I had my ranger and you had your guardian? And the interesting thing was that I actually, on my ranger, with us being the same level, could take the giants out faster. Rod could engage more of them at the same time and take out more in a faster time. So it really, all on your gameplay style and what you're doing. How many tail feathers did you get? You got 2. Nice job. All right, hang in there, guys, because after we finish a few more quests, what we're going to do is we're going to jump back into town, get a few more rewards, and then we're looking to get the next quest, which will take us over to our first dragons. in this starting zone. And every week we want to show you a... every week our goal is to show you a new dragon. There's hundreds of dragons in the game. Hey, go back over there. Was that a flying dragon?
Yeah, somebody flew by.
Nice. We want to show you a different dragon. There's hundreds of dragons.
There's
a dragon. Yeah, that's a nice dragon. Not something we're going to find in this area. I think people are watching.
I think
they know
so
where
too.
you are. Okay, so another thing, we were answering a lot of questions from you guys last week. Right now, we're not able to get the chat on the Twitch TV. The chat's not working. I'm not sure if that's the same for you guys, but so we don't see any questions coming in. We're going to try to keep talking and answer what we think you might be asking. But it's not that we're ignoring you. We actually don't have the chat loaded in, and so we can't see anybody's questions. I can see there's a lot of you online watching, and we appreciate that. And we want to try to get all your questions answered, but we're not able to see those questions. So why don't you jump back in town and see if we can get the quest to go find that new dragon. If not, we can just go over and tame him.
Yeah, I don't think I've advanced the quest far enough
Yeah,
to get the quest for it.
That's really not acceptable, Rod.
Well, I'm not really cheating, so. Should we just go find ourselves a dragon?
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's grab this. I need one more feather anyways.
Well, that's a mighty big sword that player has as well. Very nice. Obviously a guardian. Yeah, so just keep hanging over here. Why don't you jump in the water, see what happens. Now, did you see what happened to our friend behind us here? Her dragon disappeared. That's because there are different types of dragons in the game, and we're going to show you one that when you're riding it, it actually won't disappear. All right, McWolfie, come on. So there's dragons that can swim, there's dragons that can run, there's dragons that can glide, and then there's flying dragons. Last week we showed you a few variations. What we're going to go over here now, and we can get past some of these bison and frogs. We're going to take you to one of the swimming dragons.
You're making the assumption that I'm going to succeed in taming
Well,
this.
because I know you know the little secret of how to get their stamina lowered so that they're easier to tame. Hey, we hit escape. What's your question mark here? There's still like a...
Yeah, it's not going away.
Did you click on it? There you go.
I did that before, it didn't. Wow.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do a little damage. All right, you see his health going down. Now, Rod's going to hit number 6, which is that little, almost kind of like a target-looking icon. Don't kill it.
He's got a lot of health left. Oh, McWoofy.
See? What'd I tell you? This is a little ongoing debate Rod and I have. He never listens to my advice the first time. He has to be proved wrong. See if we can find a dragon here, and we'll go ahead and start taming it. Jump on up and hit number 6 when you get close here. Alright, so here's the taming game. You have to keep the icon in the middle and your red bar on the right side. If you look on the right-hand side of the screen, the red bar on the right side is going to increase the more you keep that dragon head icon in the middle circle. The bar on the left is time. If you run out of time on the left before you fill up the red bar on the right, you're not going to tame the dragon. Wow, that was close.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get it.
Yeah, I didn't either. But all right, so Rod just tamed a dragon here. Close that. What do we have a mouse icon there for? Oh, never mind. So much fun. Okay, now this is a swimming dragon. So you'll notice our whoever we have following here, McWolfie, was mounted on a different type of dragon, a running dragon.
Where is the deep section?
It's just right over there. Right on, straight ahead. There you go. What we're going to show you is this dragon is one of the only types of dragons, well, not one of the only, but one of the few types of dragons that can swim, and they swim fast. So definitely an advantage. Now you can keep more than one dragon at a time. You're going to go over a waterfall here, so just be careful. There you go. You're right on the edge. All right, there you go. So now we're underwater. We're showing you some cool stuff. Go ahead. If you get on the side view of your dragon, No, no, no. Stop. Turn sideways. Now hit the sideway arrow key. Oh. Well, that works when you're above ground. Okay. That's good enough. Yeah. So that's a swimming dragon. Other dragons will disappear. Flying dragons, gliding dragons. Oh, we do have chat.
I don't know if there's anybody in there, but...
It does. Yes, you hate that waterfall. I hate that waterfall too. Luckily in the game right now, you can actually swim up waterfalls. It's quite an amazing thing. Let's go find another one of these blue dragons and tame it, please.
Okay.
And what I want to show, especially for the players that weren't able to join us last week, is how, while there's hundreds of species of dragons, each dragon is an individual. Now, we've captured a dragon here. We've shown you how you can ride it. We haven't really shown you anything else, but let's capture another one of the exact same species. And take a look at the difference. Now, again, take a look at what's on the right side of the screen. Playing our little mini game of keeping the icon in the middle of the circle. Hey, that's a pretty cool dragon right there. Keep that dragon there. All right, you got it. So now let's go into the dragon UI. I'm going to change our setting here so you can get us out of the way. And we're going to compare these two dragons.
Wow, that second one was really not very good.
No, I think the icons just aren't showing up. Try clicking it on the other side.
No, he just doesn't have any skills.
All right, well, get rid of him.
Huh.
It's okay.
Oh. Can't do that while I'm on it.
Okay, so take a look at this. We've got 2 dragon slots available. There's 4 more that have to be unlocked. Currently in beta, nobody has any beta station cash. We're going to do some granting of beta station cash probably after our first character wipe. That first character wipe won't be for a few weeks, so don't be shy about jumping in the game and having some fun. It is closed beta. We do get new builds. We're going to want to retest certain areas, so we are going to do character wipes at some point, probably several times. Rod's going to try to tame another dragon here because what I want to show you, what I want to show everybody is that the dragons within a species are different. They have different skills, they have different abilities, they have different strengths and weaknesses. All right, here we go. Now, if you look at the very top of the screen, the very top of the dragon screen, you'll see different colored icons on both juvenile thresher dragonkin. So both exact same species. Their icons on the bottom look the same. Different strength, different intelligence. Go ahead and scroll down a little on both. A lot of different stats, and for the most part, they're different. You actually look, you have one that has a running speed of 150%, while the other one only has a running speed of 100%. That's pretty significant in the same exact type of dragon. So just something for everyone to think about. When you capture one dragon, it doesn't necessarily mean you should be done. You really want to look for the one that's best suited to you. Let's go ahead and dismount and show a little bit of combat with a dragon. Again, this is something that's a little bit of a repeat for people that were here last week, but for new folks, we want to go ahead and show you combat. Now we're going to hit the tilde key, which is on the top left of most keyboards right under escape. That's how you summon your dragon as a companion to help you fight. Dragons are controlled by AI. You can't control your dragon. You can't take direct control and do it, but you can choose when to summon it. You choose what target to hit. You can pick your dragons based on the skill that you want to have equipped. So there's a lot of different functionality. Can you check your skill inventory and maybe equip one of those dragon skills?
Let's see, what do we got?
So now we're in our skill interface, and on the 4th tab down, we've got different things based on the 2 dragons. Oh no, go ahead and put it on the bottom area so we can keep everything in the same view. We've got 3 different skills that we're getting because of the 2 dragons that we have. Those 2 dragons that we've captured are in our dragon inventory, I guess, that we carry around. And as long as we have both those dragons equipped, we get the spells from both of them. If we get rid of one, we lose that. So go ahead and click 9 or 0, and you'll see the maybe. There you go.
It's a buff spell.
Right. Right, and there's where we see the icons next to Laura's name up at the top. All right. Very nice. Okay, why don't you go ahead and get rid of one of those dragons and hey, remember which one ran fast? Go ahead and mount up, and we'll head back over towards the city and find one of those more beast-type looking dragons. As you play the game, there's going to be dragons all over the place. There's going to be dragons that are better at some skills and other skills. Dragons better at getting around. Dragons better at combat. One thing we haven't talked about yet today, and we will when we go back to town, is and it's a little bit of a review again from last week, is how dragons can help you with crafting. Later on, probably about 2 or 3 weeks now, we're going to have a Twitch TV cast that's just about crafting, or primarily about crafting. We'll always show a new dragon, as I said. Go ahead and start taming him.
Just letting my dragon soul get up a little bit.
There you go. So we will talk about crafting at some point later on. Before we leave today, we're gonna show you where the dungeon is in this area, but we're not gonna go in there because that's gonna be one of our main topics for next week, is grouping and going into dungeons. All right, nice job. So now you'll see this dragon is significantly different. If you try that little side camera trick, you can actually, while you're running, take a better look. Yeah, and scroll back. There you go. Pretty cool. Yeah, I found that when you're gliding and flying, actually, it's just like swimming. You can't turn the camera sideways while you're in that motion. Okay, so now we've shown you a couple different dragons you can capture. We can go in here and we can actually make a comparison to them. Maybe. There you go. Dragons will have a limited amount of skill slots, a limited variation on how different their stats can be based on the level, right? So you're not going to find a level 7 dragon that has the best stats and all the cool abilities. There's going to be a range, but each dragon will have a random set of those skills and abilities. So again, as you're progressing through the game, you're going to find dragons that you think are better. But if you want to, you can level up your dragon. So let's head back into town and we will find the stable master. Everybody notice the change in day and the day-night cycle in the game? That's something we've recently put in. It needs a little bit of tweaking.
A little bit.
Go over to your, let's head into town. There you go. A little bit of tweaking, but it's still kind of cool. I mean, definitely it's neat how the buildings light up. All right, we are seeing a few of you in chat. Not a lot of chat. I see Fearless saying hello. I see Oizor saying so. Grady said, I hate that waterfall. Grady, it's good to see you. I think everyone's having a bit of a slow time loading in the chat. All right, so back to the game here. We're in the dragon stable. Let's see if I can, are we in the way if I point there? All right, so if you look, this row here is your inventory. This row up above is the dragon stable, up there. The dragon stable, when you have something in the dragon stable, it can go to work for you when you're offline. So what Rod's going to do here is go to the second tab, and there's 8 different icons to choose from. One of them is training your dragon. The other one is improving skill, a forbidden skill that has no icon.
There we go.
Pursue. There you go. Then the next 6 icons are all about having your dragon basically go to work for you, gathering resources of one kind or another. There's 6 different trade skills, crafting skills. So there's 6 different resources to harvest. And basically what you're doing here is you're putting your dragon to work for a set number of hours, which is the time slot there. It's showing you the rewards you're going to get for the resource that you're gathering or the training that you're doing and for how long you're doing it. And then the very bottom of this thing is the cost. There's a cost, whether it's in-game gold or our in-game real-world currency, which is station cash. So would you set up for 1 hour?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next thing we can do is when you have stuff, which we don't have right now because we haven't sent our dragons out to gather resources yet, you'll gather fodder. Go back up a couple tabs to dragon training. When you get fodder, you'll be able to use that fodder to customize your dragon to another level, which is, the strength, intelligence, constitution, all those things you see right there. Okay, so that's a quick overview. We went in detail on this yesterday, and we'll probably hit it every week a little bit for those that are new, different dragons, so we can see what they can do. But really what we were trying to do today is show you the new town. we're trying to, oh, we have a question. Is there going to be any Asian style dragons? Well, certainly. There's going to be all types of style dragons. Again, each week we're going to highlight one or two of them. We showed you some of the beginning dragons. Yes, there are going to be some that look like they're very Western, some that look like they're very Eastern, some with wings, some that look kind of like dinosaurs. So when you're creating hundreds of dragon types and you don't want them all to look the same, you're going to have all varieties of dragons. So I think you guys will all be very impressed. I know I am with the variety of dragons in the game. So thank you. That was a good question. Again, so what we were doing today is we were showing you how the player experience is. Rod is going to get us out of the city here, and we're gonna take Laura, our starting character, after she gets some rewards here. We're going to take Laura over to. Hey, you have another quest over here. This is the transport NPC.
I have to go finish it first.
No, you can just go to and click on the top one. No, I'm sorry, the third one down. Try again. The third one down, registration there, and then top, confirm. Okay, and so now you have actually registered for this as a teleportation point. And if you go into your skill tree again, there you go, translocation, throw that on the sidebar. Anytime you want to get back to this location, you just click there. It's basically a binding point, so you can come back here if you want. A quick town. However, there's, I believe, an hour recast time. So let's jump on a mount. Do you still have a dragon in your inventory?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you're leveling up your gear. Okay, great.
Put something on so I don't die as quickly. That's all I've got.
All right, very cool. All right, let's summon something and get out of here. Glad to see we have a couple loyal followers chasing us around in game. So if you look straight ahead in the middle of the screen, we're going to head over that direction. You'll see a kind of a big circle highlighted right underneath the waterfall, to the right of the waterfall. This is where we're going to take our adventure next week. That's an instance area. So it's a place where you can go and battle by yourself. You can leave McWolfie behind. Sorry, McWolfie. Or you can go in there with the group. There are difficulty levels. So again, it's a continuation of the story. And see that? We got a character here. That must be a sorcerer blinking ahead. So just so everyone's aware, when you get in game next week, we'll meet up over here, and we're going to talk about instancing. So, you know, are there any other questions out there? I think we're pretty much wrapping up for the day. Again, a lot of people have been invited in beta today. We're continuing throwing out those beta invites. We've had, let's see, we've had some updates. We had one last week. We had one earlier this week. We're getting another update to the game next week. So we appreciate the input you guys have been doing. That are, you know, the hundreds and hundreds of you that are in beta already. We really appreciate the input you've been giving us. Stay on our forums. Jump on the website. We've got new information coming up. We did an announcement today about Zone 3, which is an area up in the sky. And just hang in there. We'll be back here again next week, again, to talk about zoning. We're going to highlight a couple different dragons. There's actually a gliding dragon in here. And anything else you want to add?
That's pretty much everything we've got for today. Did we have any other questions? I didn't see any come through chat.
No, I think the chat's still loading really slow because the questions are coming in slow. So again, apologies about the chat not working. A little bit beyond our control. Hopefully it'll be working better next week. But we look forward to seeing you in the game, Dragon's Prophet. It's a lot of fun. So take care until next week.
See you guys.